There was once a very clever and cunning landlord who lived in a peaceful village. He already owned most of the land in that village, but still, he wanted more. He was not satisfied. Whenever poor villagers came to him asking for help, he gave them small loans. But behind that help, he had a hidden plan. He added big interest to the money. The villagers, most of them not educated, didn't understand how fast the amount grew. In a few months, they couldn't pay it back, and when they failed, the landlord would take their land as repayment. One by one, people lost their land. The landlord became richer, and people were afraid to go against him. But there was one piece of land that he could not take. It was a small piece of land near his own. An old lady lived there alone. She was not rich, but she was strong and wise. She worked on her land, planted her crops, and lived a peaceful life. She never took money from anyone. That land was not just land to her. It was her life. It belonged to her ancestors. Her loved ones were buried there. Every corner of the land held memories. The landlord wanted that land too, but he knew she wouldn't take a loan or fall into his trap. So he made a new plan. He bribed a government officer in the village and created fake documents. These papers showed that the land now belonged to him. One day, the landlord and the officer came to the old lady's house. They gave her a notice saying the land was no longer hers. She was shocked. She said she had lived there her whole life. She had memories of playing as a child, raising her family, and growing old there. How could anyone take that away from her? She went to the local court. But even the court had been bribed. The landlord showed the fake papers, and the court gave the land to him. The old lady lost. She had no one to support her. She quietly packed her things. The landlord stood there with his men, waiting for her to leave. As she walked out, tears filled her eyes. She looked at the landlord and said,
"Sir, you have taken everything from me today. This land is not just soil, it's my whole life. I don't want to fight anymore. But before I leave, please allow me to take one basket of soil with me. That way I will always have a part of this place with me until I die peacefully."
The landlord laughed in his mind. He thought he had taken everything, so why not let her have one small basket of soil? He agreed. The old lady bent down and started filling the basket. She filled it till the soil came up high. Then she tried to lift it, but it was too heavy. Her hands trembled. Her back was weak. She struggled to carry it. Then she looked at the landlord and said,
"Sir, can you please help me lift this basket and place it on my head?"
The landlord walked forward to help. As he tried to lift the basket, he said,
"Oh, poor old lady, didn't you think before overfilling this basket? You can't even carry it. How will you take it with you?"
The old lady looked at him, and with tears in her eyes, she said something that touched everyone's heart. She said,
"You are right, sir. I lived my whole life on this land, but today I cannot even carry a single basket of soil. Even when I die, I won't be able to take this with me. But you, sir, have taken land from so many people. Tell me, how will you carry all of it with you when your time comes?"
The landlord froze. Her words hit him deep inside. He had never thought about that. All this land, all this wealth, all his power, none of it could be taken with him. His heart felt heavy. For the first time, he saw what he had become. He looked at the old lady, then at the villagers who had gathered around silently. He slowly bent down and touched her feet, asking for forgiveness. With a shaking voice, he said,
"I am sorry. I was blinded by greed. Please forgive me. This land belongs to you. Please stay here, it's your home."
The old lady looked at him with kind eyes. She didn't say much. She just nodded. And the villager smiled. Peace returned to the village. And from that day, the landlord changed. He stopped taking land from others. He learned that no matter how much land or money a person has, in the end, we all return to the same soil. We are born with nothing, and we leave with nothing. But kindness, honesty, and love, those are the only things that truly stay with us.